All right, now, one thing the Celtics did much different between this game and the first three is they started to play inside out and now outside in. Made the biggest difference because now their quality of threes increased so much. Because you get in the paint, you draw defenses in, you kick the ball out, them threes become better looks. Look tough. Now, once again, a cut by Horford. That cut right there is one of the most unselfish things you can do in basketball. Because even if you're not able to, boom, get that bounce pass for a layup, you make a hard cut, you're going to pull in to help defense and open up another teammate. So you repeat this once again. Slips that, makes the cut, and now Strus has that long closeout, gets wide open for the three. They can help you get a lot more buckets. And now Tatum, though, right? It seemed like Tatum was about to have a bad game. But peep that right there by Jimmy, too, though. Right? He gets the steal, brings it down, sees Marcus Smart, and instead of trying to go and attack, just trying to force up a play, he brings the ball right back out. You, as a player, got to know when to attack and when not to attack. If you don't got any gaps, you know the player in front of you is going to be able to play that well, just bring it right back out. You don't got to force nothing. Now, going back to what I was saying about Jason Tatum, that was one turnover just right there and then. Comes back a second turnover. But it's not even so much about how you start and all the things that happen in between. It's about how you finish. How are you going to be able to work through all these mistakes? Tatum looked like he was about to have another bad game through his first half. But then, boom, he came out second half, had 25. He didn't allow any of these turnovers to drop his aggression. He didn't allow any of this stuff to change how he's going to play. He's going to go and still be aggressive. And even though if he's going to get one turnover, you're going to get two, you're going to get three, he's still going to continue to play. Now, P. Robert Williams, right? Screen, right? It seemed like he had a good opportunity to be able to get the ball, but he ain't get it. He ain't get it. But now, how could he have gotten it? Because it seemed like it was there, but he ain't quite get it. So he sets the screen, right? Boom, Zeller is on this hedge. And he continues to roll. But by him rolling and getting deeper, he's making himself less and less available. Because you have Lowry, who may be prepared for a wraparound bounce pass, and Jimmy, who's prepared to jump right in front of that. So if you're Robert Williams in this situation, you want to be able to kind of make that roll, then also be able to curl right back up to it, so you can be able to make that pass without having to worry about Jimmy, who's going to try to jump right in front of you and get that steal. If he makes his roll, boom, curls right back here, you're going to pinch in Jimmy, Lowry, and Strus. So now you're able to, boom, play inside out and be able to go and get that three. Well, Al Horford could have done better. Yeah, I got you. If you coming over on this drop, your goal should not even be to contain the ball handler. Your drop should begin as soon as that player begins to roll, because you're already backpedaling, so you're already at a disadvantage. So if that player is making a quick roll, a hard roll downhill like Bam does right here, he's got to really focus on Bam, keep the touch right there so that he knows as soon as he goes, he has to continue to drop back. But if Al Horford's too focused up on what's going to happen coming over the top with Lowry coming on the screen, he's going to forget about Bam, and that's all he needs for Bam to get right behind him. Then notice right there, Jimmy called for that screen, right? But that's the thing with screens. If you're the ball handler, you got to allow your screener to get set. Now, you call for the screen. You want him to come up. But yeah, he came up, but you went before he got the chance to get set. So now Bam is taking the hit for it all because Jimmy decided to leave early. And right here by Martin. That play right there, that was a magnificent defensive play by Martin. And this is some high-level basketball stuff that I don't even know if I want to try to teach you to replicate, because you got to have the speed and the instinct to be able to do this. And that's something you just gain in years and years of time and experience. But peep this replay right here. This is magnificent. Drop back right there. As soon as he seen him begin to turn his back, he dropped back and got set. Tatum can't even control himself because of that spin move. You're literally spinning. You can't even see what's in front of you. Now he's just moving, boom, charge. It's magnificent. Immaculate, bro. And then right here by Tatum, though, now. When Tatum plays at his pace, going downhill, getting into his moves, he's so good. He's so good. Because peep this right here. Catches this off the transition. Boom. Hop. He's so controlled that he takes his left step, reads Jimmy, and changes the direction of that right step to go middle instead of going to the left side of the rim. Gets across right there, turns a layup that would be heavily contested to literally wide open, because now he's controlled. He could change the pace of his strides. He could put the next stride where he wants to put it to avoid defenders. He's so good when he plays at his own pace. When he gets rushed, that's a whole different story. Now Duncan Robinson with the pass. We're going to go back to that. But notice, Boston once again playing inside out. Boom, touch the paint. Transition 3 to Grant Williams. But Duncan Robinson peeped this. So if you're going to pass the ball to your teammate, you may see him open for a second. But all because you see him open for that split second doesn't mean they're going to remain open. He led this pass to Bam with 3 defenders closing in on him from his right, from his left, and from in front of him. So think about this now. When he catches the ball, how is he supposed to protect it if he's even able to catch it? His right pocket is closed up. His left pocket is closed up. He can't even put the ball in front of his body because now that's also closed up. You can't put it behind. You put it behind, you're done. You're cooked. It's GG's. Nobody doing that. So you can't lead your teammates in a bad position with these passes. So you not only have to recognize where his defender is, but you also have to recognize where help defenders are. You see, the thing is, if you're going to have a BBL, you've got to put it to use. You got Grant Williams on this corner 3, right? So put that BBL to use and go box out. Put it to use, bro. You've been playing full contact activities for years now, you know what I'm saying? You're fully recovered. You don't got to worry about it popping, about it breaking. You've been playing for a while. Put your BBL to use, Kyle Lowry. The Bam with a break. But peep Kyle Lowry, though. Peep this. Notice the effort. Notice the effort. You don't see a lot of players put that type of effort in transition defense, especially when they're far out to play, to try to actually go back and get in front of the player they're supposed to pick up. A lot of players won't do this. Everybody want to get an offer. Everybody want to get the scholarships. They want to get the looks. You want to get playing time. But you don't do plays like this, where you're out of a play. You sprint so hard to get back into the play. And not only do you get back into the play, you make a play on the ball cleanly. Because literally, Pete this, right? He's so far out to play at this point that White isn't really taking account for him. Like, he sees him, but he goes into his drive and doesn't try to make any contact. He's not worried about him. But Lowry is still there the whole time. He's still sprinting back the whole time. Since he disregarded Lowry for him being there the whole time, he gets into this move with no protection of the ball. And now Lowry just strips it. And boom, right here with Gabe Vincent. This is something all guards need right there. Being able to gather into your layups, holding the ball with just one hand. So peep this. This whole drive, ball's dribbling with the left. He's fighting Jaylen Brown off with that right hand. So now he doesn't have to worry so much about a shot, him being able to block his shot, because Jaylen Brown has the athleticism and he has the height. So what does he do? Holds him off at that right, fights him off at that right, goes up with the left, gathers with just one hand. You got to develop that finish especially if you're a smaller guard. Peep the screen by Horford. Runs up from the right side. So now Love stays on this right side. Flips it to the left side. So now Love is out of position and cannot contest the shot that Jason Tatum's about to pull. And this is the beginning of the second half of JT time. Jimmy Butler made 3. Boston went on a run. It seemed like Miami was about to get back into the game, right? But look how hard the crowd is going. Look how loud they are right now. They all turned up. They all turned. Even look here. Look at your rage. Look at your rage. He turned. Stand up. Pumping his fist. Up in the air, right? Everybody turned. But what do you do as the opposite team right now, though, right? This is what you do to end the run. You get the ball in the paint. You pound the ball in. You don't settle. Because as soon as you get this bucket, look what the whole crowd's about to do. They all about to start sitting down. They all about to be quiet. And now you suppress that whole run. Anytime you see a team about to go on a run, make sure you get that ball in the paint, whether you get a layup or you get some free throws. Regardless, either way it is, if you even don't have the layup, kick out for an open 3, it's a better look to get. So that's how you're able to suppress runs throughout the course of a game. Now Tatum right here. Easy work. You know, a lot of y'all won't believe it, but you can be able to create space without dribbling. You don't need to dribble all the time, because you can do things like Tatum did right here. Nudge, use your shoulder, create some space. Jab steps, create some space. Catch the ball, move into space. So now you don't even have to dribble to be able to get a good look off. Once you realize that there's a beauty in the simplicity of the game, that the less you do, the better it is, the better it looks for you as a player and for your team as a whole, is the second that your game begins to hit the next level, so will your team. And then Tatum in this third quarter, in the second half as well, he's become a willing passer. Because not only does he get his teammates going, he's going to make himself and his looks even better as well. Because now he's making his teammates threats because they can hit shots. Now right here, Tatum attacking Vincent, right? Once again, bro, these stiff hip trainers must be on to something sweet. And I don't know why niggas be hating so much. So peep this right here, right? Context for this play. Gabe Vincent just rolled his ankle on the other side, right? And so if you're a player on the floor that's hurt, the other team has all the right to attack you because you decide to stay on the floor. Straight up, it is what it is. And if you don't attack a player that's hurt, you're not playing to win. It just is what it is. So now Tatum attacks Vincent, gets into his bag, shakes him off. Easy three. Over the top. Jason Tatum. Once again, bro. 25 in the second half. Last bucket he made, and he made that shit. That's the end of this breakdown, bro.